Okay, today you guys are going to talk a little bit about figurative language. And as far as when you're doing creative writing, what is figurative language for people that aren't familiar with it?
It's like a technique used to enhance your description.
Terrific. And I believe there were three main types we were going to talk about, and who's going to talk about which one?
I'll talk about similes and personification.
And I can do metaphors.
Great, so let's go simile first, then we'll go personification. Metaphor, and then personification. So kind of tell us what it is, Amelia, and tell us how it might look in a piece. And you can even give an example from yours. And Yej, if you have an example too, you can give that.
Yeah, simile is something used to compare usually two things using like or as. One that we pulled a quote from Ray Bradbury because he's so good at it. Cheeks like peppermint candy and eyes like bright blue agate marbles. And because they used like to compare the two things, it was a simile.
Excellent. And so it's comparing something that the reader has not seen to something they're familiar with. So comparing blue eyes to a marble would be something that most people have seen. So that would be an effective way to compare.
Create an image and create imagery.
Excellent. Beautiful.
Are sort of like similes, except you're directly comparing them.
So you're saying something is instead of being like or as. If we go back to the one from Bradbury, instead of saying that her eyes were blue like agate marbles, we would just replace the like with a verb. So we would say her eyes were blue agate marbles. And of course, depending on the comparison that you pick, you can convey a character trait. So her heart was a stone. So we not only get a comparison, but we also can characterize, which is helpful.
Is giving like some kind of non-human thing, human-like characteristics.
Okay. And did you have an example that you found that you liked?
Yeah, like once I wrote a story about colors and I gave them all personalities.
Oh, that was a good prompt, by the way. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Give me an example of a couple of the different colors. Do you remember offhand what they were?
Well, I remember green were the eco-friendly hippies.
And they had the hippie personality traits. And the main character, if I'm not mistaken, was black, correct?
Yes.
And black was very aggravated with all the different colors.
Yes.
And what was yellow?
Oh, they were like happy-go-lucky little optimists.
And that really annoyed black. I thought that was very funny. What was blue? I'm trying to remember because this piece was really visual. It was very strong.
They were like the pretentious smart Alex.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, that was a good one. So let me ask you this, because I've asked the other groups, are there any pitfalls that you have to watch for when you're using figurative language? Is there anything that you can look at as a potential negative when using a simile, a metaphor, or personification?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you use it like constantly, like in every sentence, you can compare this to like salt on French fries. If you put too much salt in it, like you want like a nice amount instead of too much.
Great. That's a good comparison. And then, was there anything else that you think of that could possibly be a problem?
Yeah, you don't want to use like cliches. You want to be unique. Every like simile and metaphor they're reading, they haven't read before.
Terrific. Can you think of a simile that has been overused, one that's considered a cliche? I can think of a few of them off the top of my head, but I don't know if you can come up with
Like
them.
bright like the sun.
Good. Bright like the sun would be an excellent
Or
example.
white like snow or red like blood.
Terrific. And yeah, why do you think, why not use cliches? Well, why should you avoid them?
I think if you use them, people have overheard them so much that it might degrade your writing a little bit.
Excellent. Yeah, so they lose the impact, so if you compare it to something unusual, it might be helpful. One that I was thinking of too that we talked about in class was you have to make sure that the comparison matches what you are describing. So if you said that the mist flowed over the lake like cottage cheese, we said that, yeah, cottage cheese doesn't really share the same qualities as mist. It's a little chunky, a little runny, probably not something that would flow very nicely like mist does, so you have to be careful about that. Anything that you'd like to conclude with? Is there any like last words you would like to tell the viewers?
So using figurative language can strengthen your piece a lot, and using it correctly will turn an average one into a great one, and it creates a lot of imagery for the reader.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it can really change like the scores you get and whether the judge likes your piece or not.
Terrific. Yeah, it's a wonderful tool to use. Great. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you for participating today. We invite you to become engaged in PenOhio and partners like Tri-C and the Mandel Center. Together, we can support world-class writers here in Ohio.